Hey guys, it's me back with another Thrifting Finds haul video. This time, this is part one of my Goodwill Outlet slash bins thrift haul. I spent almost an entire Sunday at the bins because time escapes me when I'm there. Anyway, let's begin. So this might be, I think it's going to be a quick one, but then I do the research and I look at it and I'm like, so this might be a little bit of a long one, but not longer than my before Thriftmas video. It's less than a half an hour. Anyway, so to begin, I found this giant bad boy. And it's brand new. I opened it to make sure everything was in there. But it is a Sultana latch hook rug kit from the 1970s. It's hard to find them new. Usually they're missing parts. When you can find them new, they are worth a lot of money. This one should net me between $60 and $125. I think $125 is kind of crazy for a latch hook rug, but this one is new, and there aren't any in the Sunset Harbor design, which are the sunset and the ships, the boats, the sailboats. Oh, I forgot to mention, the total spent for everything was $29. So just selling this will more than cover everything. Oh. I'm trying to be organized and break things at the same time. Okay, so then I have a thing for belts, specifically leather belts. I picked up this belt at the bins. It's very nice tool work. There's the holes. And I can't make out what it says. Oh, I think it says Mexico. I don't know if you can see that. I think that says Mexico. Either way, I do pretty well with the leather tooled belts. The last one I sold for $20, and the one before that sold for $25. So this one I'll be listing between $25 and $30. Ugh. Let me move that beast out of the way to make room for more things. Okay, and then this one I picked up also because it was a tooled leather belt, but at the time I didn't realize that the belt buckle is actually pewter, and it's made by John E. McCann, and from Wenham, Massachusetts. Can you see that? Trying to get better with my lighting, but it just never seems to work. If in editing it ends up not being very clear, I will insert a blow-up picture of the information so that you can see what I'm talking about. That one, I am not really sure what I'll sell it for. Probably around the same price, $25 to $30. It's a smaller belt, so I would assume it's either a women's or a kid's belt, where the other one is a little bit larger, so probably a men's belt. But when I list them on Poshmark, eBay, and Etsy, and I measure it. So I give the measurements, and then from there I'm able to let the buyer know what size waist it's for. And then I got this leather bookmark from, what's it say? Antioch Publishing Company. Ooh. I just thought it was pretty. And I finally picked up on reading again, so it's good to have bookmarks. And then the next one is a guilty pleasure. I picked up 3 pounds, well, almost 3.5 pounds of crayons. And you can smell them through the bag. It's amazing. I love the smell of crayons. I have pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of crayons. People ask me, what am I going to do with them? Other than sniff them, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I do collect Crayola things. I have figurines, lamps, erasers, all kinds of different things that I do collect. And then I just have bags of, one second. Okay, so I have, as you saw, a box light hovering on a stick, and it just the counterweight balances it, but I guess I didn't have the weight distributed properly, and down it came. Anyway, crayons, so I sniff them, I collect them. I might pick out some of the discontinued colors and sell them or melt them down. I did like the idea of melting them down and making like characters or whatever crayons from them. I'm keeping them, so I don't need to know how much they'll sell for. However, people do sell Crayola crayons by the pound for crafts and art projects. So that is an idea if I decide to downsize some of my crayon stuff. Whew, it's hot under these lights. Okay. Okay, next up is this apple pie knitter set. It's from the 1970s and has already been started by someone. It has the instructions and everything. They don't sell for much, but I got all of these things at the bins, so I also didn't pay much for it. And that I'll be able to sell for around $10 in the current state that it's in. And then I got this. Stay Alive. The ultimate survival game. I've never played it. Don't know if I will play it. I'm probably going to sell it. Let me. And then this is kind of the inside. You have a bunch of marbles. Everybody gets 5 marbles. And I guess the strategy, because I haven't taken the time to read about it, is to keep your marbles on there without dropping them down. My box is kind of beat up, so the condition isn't great. And so it's probably going to sell on the lower end between $13 and $25. Okay, and then I got this purse. It's a leather made in Colombia purse. It would be great for a laptop, and it's just not raw, but it's just cured leather with like the suede finish. It has a bag, not a bag, it has a pocket, and inside is a stamp that I have to remove. How do you remove those? A hot blow dryer can help get it out, but sometimes that leaves behind the adhesive. So I use, I think it's Undone. It's an adhesive remover, and it works great for getting adhesive off of leather, clothing, wood, anything without leaving residue, which I didn't believe it, but it works. I had a belt that had adhesive stuck to it. And after it dried, you couldn't tell that there was any sticker residue there. There was no oily residue from the Undone. So that was great. Now that purse should sell for around $15 to $25. It's in good condition. It doesn't have any stains, cuts, or rips. So I'm going to start it at around $25 and go from there. Okay, and then this I just grabbed because I never find Pyrex for a good price. And I know it's not a well-known pattern. It's just the Old Orchard. It needs cleaned, but it's in really good condition. Has the matching brown lid. And I may keep it. I mean, just to use every day. I don't care if it gets scratched. It has a couple nicks on the top. But I mean, those only sell for $10 on eBay anyway, so it's not really worth the cost in shipping because it's heavy. And dealing with it, I can just use it or give it to someone in need, and I'm happy with that. Then I picked up, throwing my stuff around. Picked up this head mug. Made in Japan. Which is generally stuff, like, if this were in Goodwill, I wouldn't pick it up. They would have 99 cents or $3 on it, and I wouldn't get it. But I paid, I'm sure, pennies. And I might use it as a planter, actually. I think this would make a cool planter for, like, a little cactus or something. And it has crazing. So, I don't know. It has... Oh, it's not a chip. I thought it had a chip, but it's just a defect. But those sell between $5 to $10. A pair of them will sell for $10 to $15, maybe $20 if you're lucky. But I just have the one. I'm not expecting anything great. And then this is my favorite. And I actually, while researching, learned that these are Russian painted lacquer enamel pins. I think you can see that. And this is a squirrel. And because of the lighting, I'll probably have to insert a picture so that it's clearer and brighter. But it's a cute pin. And I have a pin like this that is a sleigh that I'm using as a magnet. So I might unalter it because I think I just taped like cheap magnetic on top of it. So I might take them off and sell them as a pair. Most of the time, these only sell for a couple bucks. But the other squirrel one that has sold online sold for around like $12. So I'll ask around that and see how it does. If I do decide to do it as a pair, I'll probably do like 15 to 20 for the pair. They're not that valuable. I just think they're really cute. Okay. And then I'm sure you guys have heard of the tech decks before. They're your little finger skateboard. There's a pretty big collector's market. This one is the Black Label 20 Years of the Elephant. And it's a really nice graphic. Now, if you can get a large lot of them, you can make like 20 bucks or more selling them. My husband briefly got into them, and so I have a little stash of other tech deck boards and stuff like that. So I'll probably create a lot and post them together. Just that board alone is worth $5, which isn't much. Easy to ship in a padded envelope. But if I can lot it with other ones, then I can probably get closer to 20, and that's better for me. Oh, and then I got this, which is a funky, psychedelic, handmade heart trinket box. And I'm guessing it's made out of like a terracotta clay, and it has some cracking. I don't know if you probably might not in here, but I really liked it. I need to clean up the face, but how funky and psychedelic is that? I think it's really cool. I'm gonna ask, starting off at $15 for that trinket box. I think that's a reasonable price. It's well done. It has a lot of fun details. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll find some use for it. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll figure it out. I just really liked it, and I thought it was a unique thing. Okay, and then the next thing, I got a big a sandwich bag full of hand-blown glass beads. And so I went ahead and divided them by style. So I have like blue, and they have white inside, and then red, orange, and yellow, and green. And then your black, gray, and white. I don't know if you can see. Oh, that's better. And then purple and pink. And these I'm going to lot in one listing. And I'll start it off on eBay probably. eBay and or Etsy, we'll see. And so I'll do it as a lot. And they'll be super easy to ship. I'm going to ask 10 to 20 for the solid colors as a lot. Some of them are not very well made. So I think 20 is reasonable. There are a lot of beads here, over 25. Okay, and then with those, I got a bunch of these like polka dot blown glass. These are the black and red ones. And then there are white with like silver mirrored. Let's see if I can open them without spilling it. They're like mirrored insides. I don't know. I have a whole little bag of them. And I'm going to put all of these in the same lot because they all have that polka dot look to them. They're kind of like spacey. Oop, there's a hair. Okay. And a fuzz. They're kind of like spacey polka dots. And then black and blue. Okay, and those I'm going to list 25 to 45, and I'm going to put them all in a lot because they're the same style of polka dot bead, and they're really fun and funky. I know that there are similar vintage ones that were, so many fuzzes, that were vintage necklaces that actually sell for like $70. But I don't know enough about glass beads to feel comfortable asking that. These are much better made. Much better made better. There we go. Made better than the solid ones. So I might do auction and see where they go. I don't know. I'm probably just going to put them up for $45 and best offer and take it as it comes. And then also in with those were floral ones. And these are kind of cool. I like the detailed flowers on them. And then these are chunkier. This one kind of makes me think of tropical Hawaii in the style of flowers. And these I'm going to ask around $20. There aren't as many, but they're really nice beads. So that also will make up for how much I paid for everything. Okay. And then I got this cute baby blanket by, it says It's an Ellie. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, there we go. It's an Ellie. But when I look for Ellie online, I can't seem to find the blankets. Now I know before I bought it, I researched it and I was able to find them. I don't know where my information went, but I'm going to ask 10 to 15. That seems to be the average going rate for those types of baby blankets. If it had been a vintage Carter's or a vintage Oshkosh, it would be worth more. And then this. And then this is a really nice crib baby blanket with rainbow trim detailing. All nice and clean. I just have to pick out the weird fuzzies that got stuck in it. But yeah, I wash all the blankets on Gentle Cycle in the washing machine, and I put a little bit of vinegar in there to help kill everything. And then I run it in the dryer or hang it if I have room and space. And this one I'm going to ask $20 to $35 for, depending honestly, I'll start at 34 and then go from there with best offer. Because my goal is to sell these things, not hang on to them and store them forever. So if I can sell it for 25, I'm still happy. Okay, and then I got this book out of nostalgia. It's one of my many favorite books, The Zombie Survival Guide. Now, I am terrified of zombies. I hate zombies. But the style of this book is very good. Now, the resale value on it isn't all that great. It's only really $3 to $5. But I love the book, and it was at the bins, and it deserves to be in someone's house, in their hands, and they can smell it and appreciate the great book. Okay. Oh, and then the rest, everything else is books, which is, I think, the first time that I ever bought books at the bins. I picked up this, which is Roy Rogers and the Gopher Creek Gunman. It's from, it smells amazing. But there's the inside. Oh, smells so good, like an old library. 1945 is the publication date. And I love the graphics. But I got it for, I don't know if you've seen on Etsy and online and other reseller videos and thrifting videos, they talk about rainbow stacks of books for interior design and decor. So I figured this was a great blue for me to start doing that. But I'm only going to get books when they're like 75 cents or less. And most of the Goodwills price their hardback books, especially at $2 or more. So that means I'll be either getting them at the bins, at garage sales, or yard sales. Usually estate sales are high. Usually estate sales are reasonable prices for collecting and for using yourself, but not for resale. So I'll just stick to it for the bins for resale. But if I want to sell it online, not as a rainbow set, it's only worth $3. Where the right kind of rainbow set, you can get $20 to $30 for them. So I'll just save it until I have enough stack collected for that. Okay, and the next one is 1926 Quartet for Men, and it's all the sheet music and smells amazing. One thing I love about libraries is that smell of books. But anyway, for 1926, this is in really good shape. I have books that are newer, like within the last 5 years, that are more beat up than this. But that sells for $6 on Amazon. Now you're like, wait, Amazon? She's only been talking about Etsy and eBay and sometimes Poshmark. Well, I do sell on Amazon, but not much because I don't really like it. I feel that the fees are higher than everywhere else. And because I'm a new seller, I don't get to set my shipping costs. It sets it based on what Amazon has found to be the cost for books or whatever, to ship whatever. And so in some cases, I've actually been shorted. For example, I sold a pair of shoes, I think a toy. It was a toy. And they only paid $5 shipping, but it actually cost me $6 to ship it. So on top of the fees that came out, I had to pay another fee in addition. And so I was like, well, I prefer eBay and the fact that I know exactly what I'm charging for shipping. I don't have to worry about paying over. So I kind of use Amazon as my, I need to get rid of it. If I am not gated on it, I'm going to put it on there to get rid of it and just kind of let it sit. And that's not worth much. It's worth $6. So I'll put it on Amazon because it sells more on Amazon than, well, probably around the same on eBay. So I'll put it in both. And then I got this heavy beast, the Baker's Illustrated Bible Commentary. Super thick, heavy book. Whew. Heavy book. And that's the inside. But it's an amazing condition. Like, I'm impressed with the condition. It sells for a mere $12 on Amazon and about the same on eBay. Now, if none of these books sell, I do either donate them or I'll sell them to Half Price Books, where I'll get a few cents for every book, which then I can use towards whatever I want. I can use it on books that I want for myself there, which I tend to get research books, or I can put it towards my next finds. Okay, and then like I said, that's $12 on Amazon. And then I got this, which is Bacard and David's Greatest Hits. One book for piano, organ, vocal, and guitar. This is from 1971, and it's a book of sheet music. Now, I didn't find the exact one online. I found newer ones, and the newer ones were selling for like $10. There's one that someone is currently asking $20 for, so I'll be listing it for $20 with the best offer on eBay. I haven't found any of them on Amazon, so that'll be going straight to eBay. And then last but not least, I grabbed this guy for me. It is the Artful Teapot, and I just love design, and I just think it's so cool, some of these teapots and tea sets that they include in this book. Now, if I wanted to sell it, it would sell for between $8 and $15, and I'd have to, like with all the books, I look through every page and make sure there's no writing or creases. But yeah, that one's mine. I'm going to add that to my collection. Sorry for all the wobbling. I'm playing with my book. But yeah, I think that is everything for part 1 of my 2-part Goodwill Bins thrift haul. If you have any questions or information, or are interested in purchasing any of these cool things, let me know. I'm forever backlogged on things I need to list. I am catching up slowly but surely. So if there's something that you really want and it's not on Etsy or eBay or Poshmark, just shoot me a message in the comments and I'll get back to you and I can get it listed for you within a couple days. But yeah, I think that is it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.